Hi, I'm Gary Kennedy, and I want to talk to you today about the third quarter edition of my research report, New Paradigms in B2B Marketing. So I did this report because I thought everything was changing. There's new technology on the horizon. We've introduced a whole new array of innovations like LLMs and artificial intelligence, which I think are really going to shape B2B marketing for the years to come. And so I did a lot of research and tried to identify what I think are the 14 most important trends. And that was what the first edition of the report covered. So for this video, what I want to do is take you through the highlights of 3 of the most important trends that I've updated based on new research. So the first trend in the report was on artificial intelligence. And what I said was that AI-powered supermarketers will start to pull ahead of the pack. As people, learn to use artificial intelligence, I think there's going to be a separation from those who perhaps either resist or just aren't quick to figure out how to adopt these things and use them in their marketing. There was a lot of research that people have done in this. I found a number of different reports. There were a couple of interesting statistics that came out, like 60% of marketers said they were using AI in their activities. 44% they're using it for content production. I think those numbers are probably much higher now. I think general adoption and use of things like ChatGPT, DALL-E for images is pretty common. The new information that we have was that a couple of companies have come out and said, hey, we're using AI in our marketing, and it's actually reducing costs pretty significantly. The most well-known or widely recognized was Klarna. So both the CEO and the CMO of Klarna said that they were able to use AI to greatly reduce marketing costs. They put the number at $10 million, which I think is pretty significant. What they identified was that, image creation or the spending that they put on images was a big area where they're able to use AI, using it for some other things to gain efficiency. I'm sure they're using it for copy generation and writing, that type of stuff. The writing tools, I think, are pretty pervasive at this point. I was a bit skeptical with the idea that you could use LLMs or AI to save that much money when it comes to image licensing. There are plenty of stock sites out there that offer unlimited subscriptions. There's free images. So I posted on social media and asked people, hey, are you able to use this and generate like really high quality images with AI? And I did have a few people respond and send examples that I was quite impressed with, because I spent some time experimenting and wasn't able to get it to really meet the quality that I think would be required to replace professional imagery, professional photography. And they did it, and they were able to repeat similar images, which I think has always been the most difficult part. Like maybe you can capture something that you think looks just really brilliant, but you can't really redo that or reuse that or repurpose it in a way that you would need marketing, right? Like I need a shot from this angle, I need a shot from that angle, right? So I did actually talk to people who are doing it, which was very convincing and made me believe that, yeah, it is possible to use the existing tools today to get a significant savings in the amount of money that you're spending on professional imagery. So the next trend that I want to talk about, that new emerging modes of user experience would gain adoption. I thought voice, gestures, other types of ways to interact with computers beyond a keyboard and mouse would gain traction. I was very excited about the release of devices like the Rabbit R1, the Humane AI Pin, and thought they would have some kind of impact. Well, apparently they have not. Those devices, if anyone's been paying attention to the reviews, are perhaps what you would call flop, which I'm sad to say because I thought they were like really fantastic and visionary. And I loved the concept of incorporating AI into a spoken type of device that you would wear and interact with in a new way rather than a computer, keyboard, and a mouse. But what's interesting is that I may be vindicated with this trend because at the WWDC, or Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference, they announced a number of different features and products regarding the integration of AI into their operating system. They called it Apple Intelligence. They're not only including their own kind of AI technology into the OS, they're also going to incorporate OpenAI into it. They're going to release a new version of Siri, and that new version of Siri may actually become the one that opens the door to people being able to really talk to their computer and have conversations and enable something like conversational UI to become a popular reality. And perhaps in a year or two, we'll really see people moving beyond using a keyboard and a mouse as a way to interact with a computer. And so the last trend I want to talk about in this video is number 12 from the report. B2B podcasts are still a thought leadership frontier. And the reason I said that was that I see a ton of interest in people creating their own podcast in general, and particularly in the B2B space. There's a number of B2B podcasts, technology podcasts, finance podcasts, topics that have become very popular through audio distribution across Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. But, there's not a lot of research out there to prove that these are a great way to do marketing, which I thought was fascinating because given the interest in it, you'd think that people had done a lot of research to determine like, hey, is this something I should invest significant resources in? So I did a lot of research, and with the second edition, I did find a research report out there that did actually dive into it. They did a survey of CEOs and founders and found that, 53% of executives claim to listen to podcasts on a daily basis. Impressive. That's a great number. I think proves that podcasts are definitely a channel that you can use to reach influencers and reach business decision makers, right? And of course, 36% said that the reason they listen to new podcasts is they want to learn new things. So they're receptive to learning about new products, new ideas, new ways to do things, right? So fantastic. I think it actually does indicate that podcasts are a great way to market your product if you're a B2B company. Now, of course, the big challenge is that to get an audience for a podcast is very, very difficult. And so I do think that if you're interested in using podcasting as a channel to market yourself when it comes to B2B, consider just buying ads on other podcasts that are relevant to your space and are popular. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to download the report, it's available on the website at www.wearebrandzen.com. Thank you.